Hi Dynamic members. Today we are going to discuss about the stock SBI and its price movement for the last 1 week. Now we are going to see, as per Dynamic Live, as per Dynamic Superpower Trading, what all trade opportunities we were presented with. How could we go about trading it effortlessly without having to get confused anywhere or try too hard to do something. Okay, just flawlessly flow with the Dynamic Live and the information with it. So what all trade opportunities came by our way, let's have a look at it. Now first thing is, I'm sure many of the Dynamic members who are watching this video right now, on a regular basis, week after week, we are coming up with some of the other stock in which, as per Dynamic Superpower Trading method, for an entire week what kind of trading happened and the trade details that we have explained, the reasons for each and every trade. I am sure it is giving you more and more clarity in your trading, maybe whichever script that you are trading in, either it is options or in futures. Alright, and at the same time, those non-dynamic members who are watching this video, you must also be getting a good idea about how this Dynamic Live works and how people trade using this Dynamic Live. Okay, so the same way, now in this stock SBI, now before we get into a trade, we first try to understand what's happening in this particular stock. So when we try to understand this, now in the month of March, the price of this SBI started making a new high, at around 793 change. There was a dynamic major signal at the top. Now dynamic major signal at the top simply means that price can take a complete U-turn. Okay, and it can be a major down movement also, but then it needs a strong confirmation for us to act. But of course, anyone who has made an investment in SBI, the moment you come across a dynamic major signal, we secure a major profit there. This many Dynamic members know. So what happened is that from there the price started coming down. It came down initially, again it started going up. And on 10th of April, as the price started going up, in dynamic system, in SBI, the daily long trend confirmed a buy on 10th of April, after the market closed. Now, 12th April, when we were about to trade, when we looked at Dynamic Live, in Dynamic Live at the bottom, the daily long trend, it said buy long, wait and act. It means it is not a clear buying opportunity. But at the same time, buy long, wait and act also means that this is not a better place for you to buy. You will find a better place later on to buy. You may get a better price to buy. So just wait for a moment. It first tells us that price can reverse, and at the same time it is telling us don't buy it here, buy it at a better price. So we waited. As we waited, the price slowly started coming down. By 19th of April, it had already made a low, and at that point there was a dynamic system caution signal from where it started reversing. Now obviously, when it is reversing from a dynamic system caution, we wait for a confirmation. As we waited, at around 1 o'clock in the afternoon, ID3 speed signal confirmed a buy. Okay, now when it confirmed a buy, the price was trading at around 745.10. That is where we could have bought it. Obviously, I am talking about the equity segment or the cash segment price of this particular stock. Now, when in the cash segment it is telling us to buy, that is the source, is it not? That is the original price of this particular stock. Based on that, the derivatives like futures and options have come up with. Now, at that point, whatever is the price in futures, we just go ahead and buy it, or we buy a call option. Someone wants to do option writing, can sell a put option. So all these options are available. So once it is bought at 745.10, as expected, the price starts increasing. As it starts increasing, just before the market closes on the same day, in ID3 there is a signal preparation. Okay, now once the signal is preparing, if the signal confirms, it means the price can reverse. Till now it was going up, it can start coming down. Now keeping that in mind, why to wait till tomorrow? So why not book the profit just before the market close? So we exit 5 minutes before the market close. So by then the price is already at 750.45. This is where we exit the long trade. Once we have exited the long trade, Now we did not get into a short trade, we just booked the profits. So on 22nd when the market opened, okay, by 9:30 in ID3 there was a zigzag signal which got confirmed. Now zigzag signal means that price can reverse, temporary price reversals. Okay, so we got into a short position there. Now the price was at 753.75 when the short position is taken, okay, at around 9:30 in the morning. Now that we are expecting the price to come down to book profit when there is any signal at the bottom, but the price actually did not come down. In fact, it started going up. Okay, as it started going up, by 1:55 in the afternoon, intra-week long signal itself confirmed a buy. Now that was the final point. So that itself confirmed a buy. So we were left with no other option. So we had to exit the short position and take a long position. Now obviously this particular trade is a minus trade. We entered at 753.75 the short position. Now when we are finding an exit, it is 761.20. Okay, it's almost 7 points minus in this particular trade. But then we don't stop here. Okay, we are not looking at each and every trade profit or minus. We just keep trading as per whatever informations are coming. When we do that, we exit and we take a long at around 1:55 in the afternoon. Now once the long is taken, immediately 5 minutes later in ID3 there is a zigzag once again. Now why is this zigzag more important? Obviously zigzag means the price can come down, but then why is it important for us? First thing, we have a dynamic major signal the last month. The second thing, the daily long trend is still telling us buy signal, wait and buy. Okay, so not a clear buying opportunity. So any selling opportunity we don't want to miss. So we got into we exited the long position and got into a short position. So when we did that, the price was at around 762.95. We bought at 761.20. Immediately 5 minutes later we are exiting at 762.95 and taking a short position. Now once the short position is taken, the price again slowly starts increasing, and next day morning, that is 23rd of April, at the opening itself, the zigzag breakout has been confirmed both in ID3 as well as in intra-week. Now once the zigzag breakout confirmed, it means that zigzag is broken. Now it is going to continue the upward movement. Before the zigzag, it was an up move. Now once the zigzag is broken, the same movement is going to continue. That is the meaning. So by then the price is already at 770.35. So we had to exit the short position here and take a long position. Now once the long position is taken, by 23rd the price started increasing. When it reached around 776, there is a DMBOTS symbol. There is a place where those people who have bought this trade in options, if anyone had bought a call option, there is a place where you can secure your profits. But those who are doing in futures, especially single lot, we will simply hold it, wait for a confirmation. Now as it is coming up, one thing was very clear, that it was very close to the previous major dynamic signal at the top. So any reversal here, we should be ready to exit long and take a short position as early as possible. So for that reason, we were waiting for this ID1 long signal or ID3 speed signal to confirm a sell, which did not happen. Alright, which did not happen. From there the price started moving up and we didn't get any exit on 23rd. Even on 24th there is no exit. And by 25th what has happened is it took off completely. Now when it took off, first of all, when it slowly started coming up at around 793 ranges, if you remember, there was a major dynamic signal at the top the previous month. Now at the same point there is a DMBOTS appearing also. Even at this point there was hope that if the price comes down, if I get a sell signal, definitely it is going to be a very good trade opportunity. But then sell signal did not come. It crossed that previous dynamic major signal point and from there it just took off. So it moved on, it moved up till 812. It closed at around 812 ranges. Okay, so by then we are still holding on to the long position since we did not get any exit. Those of us trading in options, obviously couple of profit securing opportunity did come by, but currently the long position is still intact. There is a dynamic major signal at the top, but then we need a strong confirmation for us to exit the long and take a short position. Now until that happens, until we get that confirmation, we are going to continue this particular long trade. Okay, so if you see total of around 5 trades starting from 19th of April till 25th of April, 5 trades in a row, and in that almost 2 trades were minus trades, only 3 profit trades. Now some of you may be wondering, 2 minus trades, how do we digest this? Well, in spite of all these things, you have to remember 5 trades in a row, the net profit is around 34.6 points captured. And especially when there is a big move, up move, one direction, we are able to capture the complete movement at one stretch. That is the beauty of it. See, in between there were trades where we had to exit with a very small profit also. So we don't get into stock market, we don't get into trading expecting that in this particular trade I must get such a big profit. No, we don't come with such a thing. Whatever the market gives, we are very happy to take whatever it gives. Okay, so 5 trades in a row, 34.6 points. It means if you're trading in futures and options of this particular stock, the lot size is 1,500. The margin required is around 2,10,000 rupees per lot if you're trading in futures. So if you have captured 34.6 points, we are talking about 51,900 rupees profit in a week in 5 trades, which is almost a 24.7% returns on your investment. What better do we want? Where do we get this kind of a profit? All right, and these profits came only if anyone followed this dynamic live religiously. If I have to sit there and do any analysis, well, it is definitely not going to happen. We don't have to do all those things. Our job is to simply follow what it tells us. So this is how one could have benefited in SBI following dynamic live as per the dynamic superpower trading method. I hope you have gained a lot of clarity by watching this particular video. Wish you all the very best. Thank you once again.